welcome to episode 5 of SlimeWire. I am Dr. Sanders.
Captain Goyle.
Chase the base!
Mr. Ham, and I broke my ass the other day.
Oh, that's what I heard.
Tell us more about that.
I don't know what happened. I went to the bar, I drank, I shot some pool. I came home, it hurt to sit down. And now, a few days later, it still hurts. In fact, it hurts worse, and I'm slightly bedridden.
Well, you know
It
what's
feels like a cock.
Abraham, you know what's good for ass? Sitting in a movie theater, and that'll segue us into our topic.
Oh, nice.
Nice topic.
Video game-based movies.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Okay, so we're
Give
going to
that
talk
guy a
about...
medal.
Shut up. So we're going to talk about a few video game films and notable ones for us.
Mario.
Okay, right now, let's just get Mario out of the way. Let's just talk about the Super Mario Bros. Film.
Well, I want to take this. I want to say something besides that's just like shit. Is that I actually watched it for the first time I think last year. It's the first time I saw that movie.
Oh, that's right. We watched it, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We watched it at my house. I remember. And,
Oh, my God.
I thought it was good when I was a kid, but now it's like retarded.
I watched it and I don't know what they were thinking. What were they thinking? Mario Luigi or Mario and Luigi Mario. Like what? You could have given them anything. You could have named them fucking anything else but that. And it made more sense.
What's so funny is me and my brothers, we used to watch that film all the time when we were kids. I mean, like,
Why?
because I guess my
It was
parents,
Mario.
my parents, I guess, had it on VHS, so I guess it always showed on like TBS or something back in the day. You know how those films always end up on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just remember like loving that, but I was so confused when I was a kid. I'm not even kidding. I never really put together that the dinosaur was supposed to be Yoshi, even though they say it.
The
like-
Goombas are like one of the worst offenses ever.
Oh,
And the fact that Bowser's like a human, basically.
oh, it's Dustin Hoffman. Yeah, it's like he's like, oh, he put a little thing on top of his head. He's like,
That-
I'm Bowser.
The casting of like Luigi and Mario was terrible too. I mean, just make Danny DeVito Mario. That's all you needed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much him anyway. He goes through pipes.
I just like think of like Frank from like Always Sunny as Mario, and then like Charlie would be Luigi.
Wait, that reminds me.
That'd be the best movie ever.
Wasn't there some huge black
Frank, we
lady in
gotta
that
get
movie?
these mushrooms out of here.
What do you mean? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, what were you saying, Abraham? Mr. Ham?
Isn't
Whatever.
there some huge black lady in that movie?
Oh yeah, she's like a monster or something. She like falls in love with Mario, right?
Yeah, she was, what did she,
She's like she's like from that other world or whatever bullshit.
wasn't she like Lakitu or something like that? Whatever her name was?
Oh, was she Birdo?
Oh, I think that's it. I
Yeah,
think
Birdo's
that's,
like a transvestite, I think, in the...
yeah, I think that's actually it. I think that was Birdo or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's supposed to be like a character from the Mario universe, I
Yeah,
remember.
Okay.
Oh, my
Don't-
God.
Don't quote me on that.
I'm gonna quote you on it. Captain Goyle said this.
Yeah.
That's like people who watch our show.
Which reminds me,
Out of our 2 viewers, our listeners.
do Luigi and Mario have established surnames?
Jumpman.
Mario, Luigi, or Luigi Mario.
I sincerely hope that
It's like his last name Jumpman now or something.
Yeah, it's Mario Jumpman or whatever, or something like that.
That's so much better.
Yeah, but it was so funny.
Isn't Luigi's middle name Mario? Like, isn't that actually a thing? Or am I wrong?
I'll
thought that was-
contact Shigeru Miyamoto about that, actually.
Yeah, let's do it.
I have him on speed dial.
Okay, good. Call him up right fucking now. Do it.
Okay. I'm putting my phone up to the mic.
Sarcastic.
Bring a hero. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, actually, Miyamoto, what's up?
Rang.
Yes.
But yeah, so
Lemonade,
I'll just
lemonade.
so yeah, we all pretty much think that that's a travesty, the Super Mario movie. I will say that the actor who played Mario, I can't remember the guy's name, but he's like famous, and he's always consistently said every single time that the worst movie to ever work on, that he's ever been on, the one he regrets the most is Mario. So
It's worth watching though, because it's so bad, I would say.
yeah, that's true.
You're not gonna probably get bored of it. It's because you're gonna be like just going like, what? You're like, what could they possibly do next?
It's terrible in sort of a Mono's Hands of Fate way where you want to know what it's all about.
I saw it at Walmart for $5. I'm like, that's not worth it. So, but I still say it's worth a watch, $1
illegal
maybe.
download, maybe.
I'd be like, yeah, maybe if you are into being a pirate.
Whoa.
Yes, far be it from us to advocate the theft of intellectual property.
Anyways, it sucks. Let's move on to something.
Yeah. Okay. What else you guys want to talk about?
Mortal
after
Kombat
this?
movies.
Mortal Kombat.
Anyone
Oh
see
God.
I liked them as a kid.
Yeah, I thought they were good.
I
thought they were
thought-
awesome.
I
They were
recently
cool as a
watched.
kid because I was like, oh man, Mortal Kombat is so violent, so cool.
I don't like how Johnny Cage dies at the beginning of the second one.
Oh,
I didn't like Johnny Cage at all in that movie because he's a retard.
You're a retard.
The only worthwhile characters in this movie are like Scorpion and Sub-Zero because they don't talk.
You know, they talk,
I don't remember
Sub-Zero
the
talks,
much, barely.
but I Scorpion.
I don't
is
know. I haven't seen that
Come
movie in
here.
probably like a decade.
He's like, do you say Sub-Zero's like, come here?
I said Scorpion.
A scorpion? You say that his lines, come here, not get over here?
He says both. Oh god, he hasn't even played the video games.
I know. It's like,
I played
That-
Mortal Kombat.
I recently rewatched them, unfortunately.
Remember I borrowed Mortal Kombat like 8 or whatever the fuck it was for like a while?
Yeah.
wasn't that one for the
I
GameCube?
brought over all my fighting games when I went to go visit my friends in Wisconsin, and all they wanted to play was Mortal Kombat, and I was like, fuck you all.
That game's
Hey, dude, don't ever forget. I mean, Mortal Kombat's got a huge fan base.
For
Yeah.
some reason, yeah,
Well-
yeah, it does.
I was worth it just to see the fatalities, because those are cool.
yeah,
Some-
they're pretty good.
Oh god, they're so gruesome now. Oh
the
my god.
Sub-Zero ones are pretty cool. I like those ones.
But yeah, the movie, it was just like the first one. It was just cool. Like, you know, you play the games and it's like, oh, you know, a movie. That was pretty cool when you were a kid.
They're supremely high budget too. Like,
Yeah, didn't they actually make pretty good money?
Yeah, it did.
You say supremely high budget, but then you remind me something very important about the originals. Or maybe it was just the first one. And it's this. Have you ever noticed that all the character models look really, really similar?
In Mortal Kombat?
All the games.
Yeah, aren't they all like the
The
same?
old ones. Like maybe the first.
Yeah, they're all ninjas. They're just different
Yeah.
colors.
No. Here's the thing. They literally had 2 actors for this.
Yeah, yeah.
A male and a female actor, and they dressed them up in different outfits and took pictures of them.
We got a video game.
Yeah.
Why can't I do Magic Orange Road like that?
Well, it's like that was kind of
Good.
special for that game. It's like the only like kind of like live action-y
That'd be
like video
easier.
game. Like the characters were actually like real people,
Well, back in the day, that was like so cool, you
or
know.
images of real people.
So
Well, it hadn't really been done before, so it's impressive.
yeah,
And
But
that's
yeah.
violent. People like violence.
Yeah,
Especially
you can,
kids.
I can blow up a guy's head. Oh,
oh yeah, it's like when I was playing Carmageddon back in the
Oh,
day.
that's hard.
But yeah, so what else besides Mortal Kombat?
I don't
Hitman.
think I have to talk about anything. That was the best one.
Which one?
That was it. That was
Hitman.
to talk
That-
about. Mortal Kombat was the best one.
Oh.
Does anyone have a good one? Because I have a good one, or what I consider a good one.
Okay, I want to talk about one more bad one, just because I don't think any of you guys have actually seen it. Maybe Abraham, but it's the House of the Dead film.
Oh.
See,
Yeah.
I never saw any of those Silent Hill, House of the Dead, any of those.
I did.
They didn't look very good.
Oh my god, dude! I'm not even kidding. I'm not joking. Okay, inside of House of the Dead, the movie, when this chick like this, you know, just have like a hot chick who's on a bed. I think she's like, you know, shirtless or something. But the zombies, it's actually clips from the video game.
Oh yeah, I think I heard about that before.
I was
I
like,
saw that somewhere.
what?
That's pretty low budget.
Dude, that's crazy.
That's pretty good.
So, yeah. What do you want to talk about?
Wait, before we go, wasn't there a House of the Dead game that came out for the Wii not too long ago? Not too long ago. I mean,
I think it came out for everything. The House of the Dead. It's that the one with the yellow cover, right, with the chick on it.
I'm
yeah, I think
thinking
so.
House of the Dead Overkill.
Oh, well, what one are you talking about then? Is that not House of the Dead Overkill? Because that's one.
No, that's it. Yeah, that's
Okay.
That's the one for the Wii.
I found this
That's-
worth mentioning because I think that
I heard that-
probably it's really cool, and I think it's probably the culmination of all that House of the Dead could be. Because since it started, House of the Dead has suffered from terrible writing, horrible localization, ungodly voice acting, but it all kind of goes about its business with kind of a camp style. It's supposed to be sort of self-aware and stupid.
Well, first of all,
Oh
like,
god, they're coming.
Yeah, and
Hey, the arcade games are really fun.
I know.
and then with
Yeah,
the,
but
so they pretty much
this
made
is an arcade game. This is an arcade game first and foremost. Those don't need stories.
Okay,
No.
look.
I need like a deep storyline and like character
Oh,
development.
They turned
plot,
the game into Planet
yeah, you
Terror,
won't.
and it was awesome.
They want you to eat those quarters fast. They don't want you sitting there for half an hour while Metal Gear Solid 4 plays out in front of you.
Is that a movie?
That's like an hour, not a half.
It
an
is a
hour.
movie.
It is a movie, so we should talk about that. I guess.
It's my favorite movie that is based on a video game.
Is Metal Gear Solid 4?
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
about to say Xenosaga.
Oh, that's
That's like a movie.
that's like literally a movie, dude. I'm not even kidding. There's one cutscene. I swear, I think it's like an hour and something.
Oh yes,
There's a cutscene that has the same.
I remember there was one that was at least 30 minutes.
There's
Yeah,
a
I
cutscene
remember.
with the save point in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's save point in the cutscene.
That's. Oh yeah, I fucking couldn't believe that.
Yeah, that was something, all right. That was like the first game ever that I remember that you could.
What is the
Actually-
point of that?
Well, it's a first game I ever remember that you could pause the cutscene. There was like no other game at like later the PS2 games let you do that, where you could either like before it was either you could skip them or you couldn't skip them, you know. But this one actually the cutscenes were so long that you could pause it.
Yeah, because like, I gotta take a piss. Like this is a long cutscene.
I wish every game had pausable cutscenes.
Yeah, I know. It's become more common though.
Yeah, it has, but some games still don't do it. And then it's like you want to see if this is a pausable cutscene. It's like, I gotta take a piss, but I don't know if this is pausable. Press start up, cutscene skipped.
You know what's so funny is I was doing some video testing for Magic Orange Road, and if I actually animate something and I put it in there, you can't skip it. So if I make like something,
Nice.
say there's like a glitch and the video ends up being like really long, like you can't skip it.
I'm gonna have to playtest the shit out of that.
I know, exactly.
Yes, all the groundbreaking innovation and leaps forward in graphic technology.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like it was a 32X game.
Fighter.
Damn, topic.
Oh yeah, there was a Street Fighter movie. Why?
Yeah, there's like a ton. Like
Why?
Yeah,
Why did you?
Jay says the game for
Why did
PlayStation.
you remind me?
there's a freaking video game based off the movie.
I know. Stop reminding me.
The game is.
Yeah, you got that for
Awesome.
Christmas.
Yeah, that's what I gave
There's,
Chase to
Oh
base.
man, your parents don't love you.
No, I gave it to him.
So he doesn't love it.
Great.
It's awesome.
It's really a
in the
sexual
old- It's in
relationship,
the old
there's no love.
school, huge PlayStation case,
Yeah, yeah.
and it
Yeah.
has the manual that's like it's like printed wrong.
Oh my god, yeah. And everything
So
is
fun.
so lagged.
But yeah, it's like if anybody remembers like the PlayStation 1 when it originally came out, they had the long boxes for it. Like they're like double the size of the original cases.
They're like
Like,
Saturn cases.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saturn
Yeah.
cases.
So
I think they
yeah,
are
that's what
Saturn cases, aren't they?
They
the
probably are actually.
no, I don't think they are.
No, yeah.
I
They're
think
like-
they're pretty similar though.
Yeah, they're close, but I think Saturn cases are slightly bigger. But yeah, like the Street Fighter the movie, the game comes in one of those big long ones.
Yes. Luckily, we discovered that Blanca is actually Charlie.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Wow, we don't even need to get into the canon of that movie because it is just not worth mentioning.
Obviously, that's because
Oh,
Charlie
God.
hasn't appeared in a Street Fighter game since the Alpha series.
Yeah, so
I
he's
mean-
Charlotte. I mean, it's
I don't. The canon for Street Fighter isn't very good, anyways.
No, I
Around quite a bit.
It's pretty
It's-
retarded in most spots. Like the fact that Goken is alive, I will never. I'm like,
Shang
what?
Tsung.
You can't just bring a character back from the dead. To be
Shang
like,
Tsung.
well, he wasn't dead all along. I hate assholes like that in fighting
Oh,
games.
man. I think it's so funny because
he was
whatever.
just meditating.
I think it's really funny watching Jean-Claude Van Damme inside Street Fighter the movie
Oh,
because he's like he takes it so fucking seriously.
That's because you're Guile.
He's like, yeah, I am, but it's like okay, it's like one
You
of
know
those
that
movies.
Guile
where-
represents America.
Oh my
Is he
God.
like a symbol?
He is
He's
the
like
symbol
this-
of America.
It's like a Statue of Liberty that wants to bang you.
Sonic booms up the dick.
I want to mention one thing real quick about Street Fighter. One thing about the movie.
Yep, that's what we're here for.
Okay.
Okay. Way back when they were first making Street Fighter, they did that really common thing where instead of making a sprite for when they're facing left and right, they just mirrored the sprites.
Yeah.
Because of this, Guile's tattooed on the one arm he had the American flag facing the right direction, and the other one it was wrong. But here's the thing, and I really doubt this on purpose. That's actually how it works. If you ever see an actual soldier's tattoo with the flags on their arm, in one direction it's facing the right way, in the opposite it's facing the other direction. That's actually how it is.
I have no idea really what you're explaining, but I'll just say okay.
Yeah.
All right,
That sounds like a.
I
legitimate
actually
thing.
literally stopped listening.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put this simply. On the left arm, they'll have the American flag, right?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And on the other arm, it'll be mirrored on the right arm. That's how it actually is, and that's how it was in Street Fighter. But I really, really doubt they knew this because all the sprites are just mirrored.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Wink.
That
And the other thing I want to say
Very
is that the dude who
insignificant.
plays M. Bison is Sting in that movie.
Wait, what?
The dude who plays
hamming it up. He just hammed it up.
Yes.
Hamming it up.
Yes, the guy who played M. Bison was the greatest thing about that terrible, terrible movie.
Yeah, it's like
Abraham,
the
you're one of our oldest memes because you explained that movie to me.
yeah, because you were like the guy who what's the name of the actor?
Remember, whenever we talk about somebody overacting, we're like, they just started hamming it up. They were hamming it up.
Yes.
That's what you said like, oh man, the guy who played M. Bison, he's just hamming it up in that movie, just
Yeah.
hamming it up. Oh god,
Uh,
of course.
Remember the one animated?
I had just
movie?
rewatched it, and I was really excited about how cool
Oh,
the
yes.
dude who played M. Bison was. All right.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know if you guys have ever seen any of the animated Street Fighter movies, but me and Chase watched Street Fighter 2.
There's one that's like really depressing. Like,
Oh, Alpha.
yeah, that movie's weird.
Oh my god. We watched Alpha and we watched. I think we watched 2 the
Yeah.
same day.
Yeah, we watched like the good one and the bad one.
And Street Fighter Alpha is like the most depressing thing ever.
Yeah, I don't know how I made Free Fire depressing, but I found a way.
It was like Ryu gets like here's the plot, and we're not even recommend watching the movie, but like Ryu has like a brother or something,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden people are doing experiments on like the fighters, and then at the end the brother I think dies or something.
There's like
What?
they go to like a insane asylum and like maybe like a lot of people like lose their mind. It was really weird.
It was like super super dark.
But it's funny at the end, like it just
Sounds
Chun-Li
really
just like beating up people,
Yeah, that's the end. It's Chun-Li beating up people.
that sounds.
and she looks like a fucking horse.
I never thought Chun-Li was attractive, anyways.
Yeah,
He has
but that's
giant thunder thighs. Then again, so does everyone.
But I don't know. I can't get with the bun things and the hair.
oh yeah. Well, you don't like Princess Leia?
No,
Not-
it's weird. It's like, hey, Cinnabons, want me to bang you? I'm like, no.
Okay, I guess that's what it says.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah.
but the other movie was pretty funny.
Yeah, Street Fighter 2, the movie, was like really good. That's where like it's where a lot of lines we quote come from.
Yeah.
Beautiful, isn't she, Vega?
No, that's from Street
Isn't
Fighter,
she?
isn't it?
Huh?
Or is that a parody of that?
That's a parody of that.
Oh yeah. Oh, from that movie. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I've seen that. Yeah.
So yeah, it's like it's really, really good.
So if you've seen Skeet Fighter, that's where that reference comes
Yeah,
from.
the
You're
Skeet
so
Fighter.
chocolate.
Oh god.
I
You should Google that
don't
immediately.
think I've ever laughed so hard at anything on the internet before since that video. Like the first time I saw that.
Skeet Fighter 4.
That was
Yep.
like one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, you can download it right now.
Oh god. Please
Take a view.
please don't. If you're under 40, please don't watch that. So,
I
but yeah.
recommend it to
What
anyone.
does that
and
make
at
us?
the same time, I want everyone to watch it.
It comes in a time in every person's life where they have to watch Skeet Fighter.
Yeah. Hey, what about Silent Hill the movie?
Silent
I
Hill
saw
the
that
movie.
once. Or I saw one of them. How many are
For
there?
one, it shouldn't have had
There's only one.
Pyramid Head. And for second, holy shit, barbed wire rape church.
Oh yeah, that's like so crazy.
To say about that.
That movie's pretty gruesome, I gotta say.
Isn't it like at the end, like they go
Pyramid
back?
Head skins a lady with his hand.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that.
Ooh, it was
Pretty cool.
So, yeah, I don't know if there was a number 2. If there was, then I haven't seen it.
I think there's been more than one.
Let's see, there was also Alone in the Dark. If we're talking about, horror.
Oh, don't even go there. Don't even bring that abomination up.
I didn't even seen that.
Oh
You don't-
my god, that is a horrible fucking movie. Not only has nothing to do with the source material, it's a horrible fucking movie.
It is. It is.
It has
Wow.
nothing to do with the movie besides the title. Absolutely nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
It's basically Aliens, the movie. but it's called Alone in the Dark, and it's horrible.
Yeah.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah,
What about the Resident Evil ones? I mean, those are like super popular.
I've never seen any of those.
Well, here's
Yeah.
the thing about Resident Evil: you cannot get dumber than the source material. It's impossible.
That's kind of true, actually.
So,
I mean, it's basically made like to be outlandish,
well,
Oh, yeah.
I agree, and at the same time, I disagree. See, I think Resident Evil 4 went about things with a deliberate sense of, to quote Yahtzee Crenshaw, ironic retro camp. This is true. It was definitely self-aware. The other ones, not so much. The other ones suffer from god-awful writing and games that insist on trying to get the audience into this terrible canon.
I get it. Yeah.
Does 4 apply to that?
No,
That's what you
because
said.
4 has almost nothing to do with the Resident Evil canon, except for Captain Pontyhair.
Wait, what were we talking about?
Resident Evil 4 is the only good Resident Evil game.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Shut up, Cody.
I was looking at stuff on the internet, but
But
I see what you're saying.
yeah, talking about the films and stuff. I've seen all the Resident Evil films,
Likewise.
and
Did you see the anime movie?
no, I don't think I watched it all the way. I saw like part of it before, but I think I just caught it like randomly. So
Street Fighter OVA with Jury is pretty good. If we're talking about anime.
yeah, well, let's keep off on some of the anime stuff until I guess let's just talk about anime stuff because anime is one of the only good things that was ever about.
I mean, I consider a good video game adaptation, but I'm gonna bring that up. No, not anime related, live action movie. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think of what.
And that would be, you saw this movie, the Yakuza movie.
Oh yeah, that is a good movie.
No.
Yeah.
That's one I haven't caught yet.
Yeah, I found it on DVD. I think I don't remember where I found it, but it's based off the first game, and it follows it pretty closely, like a rushed version of the story, which is kind of convoluted if anyone's played the game already. It's if you know Yakuza gangster story,
But
They kind
somebody
of add in
dies.
another story.
But here's the
Well, yeah, they add in a subplot that's like not. It's like a subplot of like these two. They were like runaways or something. Like these two like teenagers, and they're like just petty criminals, and I don't know. Somehow they die at the end, and you're supposed to feel bad.
I didn't even get it. They
Yeah,
sucked.
I don't know. I didn't really get that. It was kind of. I liked that they tried to add something in there, but I didn't think they executed it that well.
Just like Chase's boning.
I think they should have just took it out and just like tried to flesh out like just the actual material more. But I don't know.
Okay, but here's
They don't like you to do that in movies. They always like you to add something.
Here's what I want to know. Here's the only thing I want to know about that movie. Does it have very stern-faced Japanese men in ridiculous disco suits destroying people's faces?
Destroying department stores, and yes, they do get the blue fire around them when they fight, just like in the
Awesome.
game.
I have to watch this.
It's pretty entertaining, actually,
Yeah, I
Time to
agree.
go find a torrent.
because Yakuza is one of the best franchises ever.
Yes.
One of my favorites. I love those games.
It's basically Shenmue with more fighting.
Oh my god, and it's just as good of a story, I would say.
Shenmue 3.
Who
Why-
doesn't like a good gangster story?
Why is the Japanese sandbox type games have that ridiculous level of detail? Especially Shenmue.
Yeah, well, because Sega wanted to waste a lot of money.
There's one thing I have to bring up this is the first time we've talked about Yakuza,
What?
and that is probably my favorite thing in the Yakuza series, and you're gonna remember this is the Orewa.
Oh my god! Like he gets these
That was in
discoveries
Yakuza.
or whatever.
Yeah, in Yakuza 3, and he has to keep a cell phone diary for some reason. And so
Yep.
he sees these ridiculous events happen, and he records them on his cell phone. And whenever you find one, he's just like, "Orewa," like super serious, and like points his phone at it. It's just, and then he types the buttons, and it's all like super intense while he's typing it. It's like the send button. It's like, whoa, so over the top and hilarious.
That sound, I don't remember that about Yakuza. I think it's been it's years and years since I played Yakuza 3, but it reminds me of that one bit in Death Note with the potato chips.
Yeah, it's kind of in the same vein of over the topness.
Well, hey, you know what movie I really like? I think.
Was it Hitman?
Oh God,
I heard
no.
the movie was bad. I never saw that.
That movie was bad.
It has tits in
I
it.
heard it was bad.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can make a bad Hitman movie. It doesn't seem that
Because
hard.
it was like, okay, Hitman is all about trying to do everything stealthily, you know?
Oh, and it's just like action movie bang.
Yeah, it's like action movie. Like that's.
Okay.
I was just like, oh, you kidding?
That's how you do it wrong.
Yeah. See, that's the only way they can fuck it up. When I
It's
found
like
it.
oh, I'm trying to hide for like 3 seconds. It's like, and then all of a sudden, oh God, I just
big budget explosion.
Yep.
Yep.
But yeah,
And the female lead is also, I'm not sure what color the female lead, but she also shows up in another bad video game movie, Max Payne.
oh, that's a bad movie
Oh,
too.
Yes, but in Hitman she shows
Wait,
tits.
That's by the same director who did Alone in the Dark. I'm pretty sure, because I think he did. He's like a notorious director of being a total douchebag, and just
Didn't he do?
he's one of the worst. They're considered one of the worst. Like, I think he has like a 2 point something average on IMDb for like most of his movies. He's just
Yeah.
like really hated, and because like he did this thing like where he would take critics and he'd be like, "Come box me," and so he just like beat the shit out of critics, literally.
What the?
Swear to God.
That guy seems nice
Yeah,
and
he's
sensible.
notorious, but he makes just terrible video game adaptations. He did Postal as well.
Oh, that's so bad.
God, I actually watched that. I can't believe I did, though.
That's like seriously just a supremely bad movie.
It's also a supremely bad game, so what can you expect?
Hey, Postal.
Uh,
Well, okay,
Uwe Ball, that's his name. Uwe
Oh my
Ball, Uweboll. Yeah, that's his name. Let's see, Alone in the Dark. Oh, he did House of the Dead.
Oh my God.
And okay, let's see.
Did you do Blood Rain?
Okay, let me just do director. See what he
Ugh.
directed. Because he looks like he
Blood Rain didn't
produced a lot of them too. Let's see, he did Blood Rain, Third Reich, Rampage. I don't know if that's based on the video game, but I'm going to assume so.
What the? How can you make a
Far
video game?
Cry,
Oh,
Blood,
Godzilla.
Blood
Like
Rain,
a giant donkey.
Postal,
Oh, yeah.
Blood Rain, Alone in the Dark, House of the Dead. Yeah, and those are all the ones he just directed.
Wow.
But he produced more. He's a producer. Let's see if on anything else. Alone in the Dark 2, which I apparently got a sequel, and he produced it, but he didn't direct it.
Oh well, how could he take the time out of his busy day?
Oh,
Yeah, so
Yeah,
there you go.
movies and boxing with critics.
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen the Sonic the Hedgehog movie?
Oh, he wrote Postal too. That's the one he was a writer by, actually. It's the only one of the video game movies. It
That
looks
was
like.
the Sonic movie.
Yes. Do you know the Sonic movie?
I
The
don't.
anime one?
I don't.
The one with Hyper Metal Sonic in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's awesome.
And Sonic sounds like this.
oh god.
He's like, hey, Robotnik.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh,
It was
God.
a little different.
Actually,
Yeah, I-
I'd have seen the animated movie.
Huh?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I enjoyed it at least. I enjoyed it as a kid a lot.
I like it a lot. I still watch it. Still,
I
it's
haven't-
so.
I haven't watched it again to see if it holds up or not.
It does okay. Like, it's basically like the cutscene from Sonic CD for an hour and a half.
Yeah. So that's what it
That's-
seems like.
Yeah, that's like literally what it looks. Actually, the animation is probably worse than that cutscene, but it's still really good. At least I like it as a video game fan. You know.
I remember I have it on VHS.
Oh.
Well, that's something.
What do you know?
Do you even have a VCR anymore?
No, I do not.
I have 3.
Why?
Because I used to watch a lot of VHSs.
I still
One
have a lot of
attached
VHS.
to a
Doesn't anyone
TV.
hang around to a shitty VCR?
Well, if one of them's attached to a TV, then that's legitimate.
I have one. It's like in my apartment right now.
Oh yeah, that huge one.
Yeah, it's huge because you forget how big VHSs are.
Yeah.
They're like
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, the player.
it's like
so
it's like
big.
bigger than a DVD case.
Yeah.
Just the tape.
Yeah.
I like the size of PlayStation 3s.
Okay, maybe not that big. That's like a size of. It's like almost. I'm trying to think of what it would be like compared to. It would be like.
PlayStation 2?
Yeah, it's like slightly smaller than like a PS2, but it's like it's obviously the width of it is not as big, but still, it's like VHS is whenever you have a lot of them, you realize how much space they take up.
Yes.
Like it's oh yeah, okay. But yeah,
Well, they haven't watched the Animatrix in a while. Okay,
Well-
can anyone think of any good video game movies? Because I can only think of one that was mediocre.
I just
Well,
mentioned
they're
one.
famous. Like, isn't that like a thing about video game movies? They're all famous for being bad.
yeah, it's true.
I
No,
I can think of one that I think was mediocre, maybe.
I've only seen
What?
one I enjoyed, and that's the Yakuza one.
I might get a bit of, and by a bit I mean a lot of hate from this, but I actually sort of liked Prince of Persia.
Oh
Oh,
God!
I forgot about that.
Oh god, that movie sucked.
I never saw that.
Oh God, I hate that
Yeah,
movie.
I thought-
Who's
That's
that?
not
Who plays Prince of Persia? I remember I didn't like him. That's why
It's
I didn't
what's
see
what's
it.
that guy? His name is
Oh yeah. Shit. What's his name?
because we're not women, we don't know.
He was
Yeah, I know.
Johnny
it's some guy.
Darko, and that
Yeah, yeah.
New York gets flooded.
God's bugging me. Like, what's his name?
Let me go
Jake
check it out.
Gyllenhaal.
Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal. That's
yeah,
what it
that's
is.
Jake,
Oh yeah, I'm not a
Oh,
fan of Jake
good
Gyllenhaal.
stuff.
Oh, he did Bubble Boy. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Punani.
That movie's the best.
Movie is
Oh.
so stupid, but I like watching it.
You won $500?
Yeah. That's what it came.
Punani.
But yeah, seriously, I hated that movie, Prince of Persia. I hated that movie.
I remember when you
Why'd you hate it?
It's like, okay, it's like, oh, we're supposed to be like Egyptian or something like that. First of all, Jake Gyllenhaal, it's like a
feel
what?
like Aladdin.
Ignoring the fact that Jake Gyllenhaal has a startling resemblance to a swarthy Arabian man. Ignoring
Eh,
that.
And what about the chick? The chick is what got me out of it because it's like, oh, I'm Egyptian. Hello, I'm Egyptian, and I have like perfect teeth, and like, dude, it took me so out of it because it's like
Okay,
every time
Notice and almost
Try to find me a period piece
Foreigners are
where
all-
they have realistic teeth.
True Grit.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
one.
I don't like the ending.
How
of that.
many?
I don't like it either.
I think everyone complained about the ending of that movie.
I know. Well,
I
nobody
actually
liked
think,
it.
Don't most people think the new one is better than the original?
yes.
Yeah, but no, everybody's like, oh, it didn't have the happy ending that I wanted. Like,
Well,
Well, too fucking bad.
the ending
It was
of
perfect.
Game
Why did they have to
one
have the
is
extra
way
part?
better.
Like when
It's
she's
actually
older.
real, and it's like good.
They just had it. Okay, we're later talking about
yeah,
that.
it's whatever.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, it should have just ended when they got to
the
the
ending
house.
of the new one is good. I like it.
They didn't need the extra part though when it showed her older, like without an arm.
Yeah. How? Why? Why not?
Because then it was just like, oh, the old guy's dead, and she's like, oh.
Yeah, that's like a real end. That's probably what would have happened back then, actually.
Yeah, I mean, who cares about that part?
I do, because that makes it a
I like
better
open
movie.
ending.
It makes it have,
I like open ending.
meaning.
My opinion's better than
Next.
yours. Stop liking what I don't like. But yeah, like video game movies are just like Street Fighter. I think started that, where it was just like famous. Like there's never really been. a good
No,
video game
Mario
movie.
Brothers did.
Oh yeah, Mario Bros. Yeah.
Mario. Because that movie was super fucking hyped up.
There's like a thing where it's just like video game movies can't be good.
Yeah.
A curse, if you will.
But you know, video game shows are always pretty
So now
good.
we've talked about every video game movie ever.
Except for
What about the Kaiji movie
I do.
or anime series that's based on the DS game?
that's a stretch.
Oh, and the movie. Yeah, the movie. There's a movie and anime series based off a video game for the DS.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure. It went that way.
Because yeah, that video game
Sure
is so
no one will
good.
believe us, considering we pretty much pointed how that's not source material in the actual episode of our show.
Yeah. So
1% of the listeners got that reference.
yeah. What about Slime TV the movie? I mean,
Well, and Sisters.
Good game. That one hasn't come out yet. It's pretty good.
the Slime TV is really a show based off a video game.
Yeah. Yes. This is all in the video game.
This is
So it's not a box. You can actually listen to this podcast within the video game.
No, you can't.
You sure? I thought you were gonna add that.
I don't feel like it.
Okay. Yeah, it's there. It's a secret part.
Yeah, everybody look for it when they get the game.
Hey, just so you guys know, I want to talk about the video game Magic Orange Road. I'm up. Like, it's
Okay.
funny because the game originally started, like, as a completely different thing before Slime TV was even a thing at all. And
It
then
was still
This
the
is all-
same basic thing. It's pretty much the same.
it was pretty much, it had all of us because we unlike a lot of podcasts like that are on YouTube, we actually all know each other like in real life. Like we didn't meet, none of us met through YouTube. Like we're all just friends in real
I met
life.
Abraham once at a Starbucks.
Yeah.
No,
Meet
twice.
you at the show at Johnny's house.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
That's the
dude.
second time.
Yeah. But yeah, so like
I
we
saw you at the Starbucks, and another time at the gas station outside of my house.
at gas station, remember that? That's when you first met him.
Ah.
He was making the baked
Remember-
potato.
Yeah, the
Oh, the baked potato. Yeah.
But yeah, so we already knew each other, so I'd started this game, and then like when I was like, we started doing Slime TV, I was like, oh, I have this game I started, so let's make it a Slime TV. So it had like all these bugs before, but I went back and fixed them all. Like the whole reason I stopped is because I didn't have a reason to finish it because Chase made such a good point. He's like, who the hell's gonna play this?
I don't want to rail anyone's fantasy, so it's just like there's so many just like random RPGs on the internet, just like people made.
well,
But ours is like people actually play it now because we have like this.
Yeah.
if you're gonna bring
makes
up
sense.
this, then I gotta bring up something else,
What?
and that is one of my most anticipated indie games was an RPG Maker game that never came out. It was entitled Left Star Child.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn.
Remember that, Abraham?
Yes, I remember Left Star Child.
I played a beta version, and I enjoyed it quite a bit.
I actually don't
Because
have.
it was really dark in the writing. I remember going into this one house, and there was a wife who like so distraught, and she tells you this enthralling story about how her husband beats her. And I'm like,
Yeah,
this is
that
a
was
game I need to see.
That was like,
in a different part of the game, the house has a baby by itself. This baby,
Oh my god, the crack baby! The crack
baby
baby
crawls all
who
over.
can pass through walls!
yeah, I was basically like when I was learning how to program
Oh, that shit was hilarious.
stuff. I programmed this game called Left Star Child really quick, but it had like the funniest bugs ever. It had this baby, and this baby, I turned the speed all the way up on it, and it was like running all around, but there was like no clipping for the walls, so it would just fly out into the blackness of the walls.
It was like on crack, because it was random movements.
But
What
yeah.
about Mother 4?
So funny.
Like an indie game, I guess.
Oh, actually, that's something good to bring up because Mother 4 is supposedly almost done.
No?
Like, and it actually looks super sick.
I'm actually the main character.
Yeah, the guy's name is Chase in the game.
Oh my god, is it really?
Yeah, he actually is.
I won a
Oh,
contest.
are you
I won a
serious?
contest.
Shut the fuck up.
I won a contest.
No, you're dating, Shay. Shut up.
Shit, that is so funny.
Oh god, but yeah, I actually keep
that.
up with those.
We got a review. Mother 3 coming up soon.
Oh yeah, we're gonna review Mother 3.
I played like.
I'm playing.
I know of that game, kinda. You know.
Yeah, how far are you in it right now?
I think I'm almost done. I think I'm on chapter 6 or 7. I think. Seven.
He's getting kind of close then.
That game's real.
Yeah, I'm just at the part where you learned about like the 7 needles or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Of
the-
course, Earth Zero is still the best one, but
The drag queen fairies or whatever they are.
Yeah.
Magic Pixies.
They're drag queens.
So
Or
So, yeah.
transvestites. I'm not sure which.
Magic Pixies.
they're your mom.
Yeah, they actually are.
Thank you for spoilers, guys.
Oh, you want me to spoil it?
No.
No, don't even know.
Still
I know
funny.
what part you would say.
There's like one big. I mean,
Don't
there's
spoil
only
it.
one big spoiler at the
I'm
moment.
actually from this game. I'm actually playing it.
Whoa.
I don't like spoilers.
Hey, spoiler inside of Zelda Wind Waker.
Ride a boat.
You rescue Zelda.
It's like Harry Potter. Like Harry Potter dies at the end.
What?
Oh.
What?
Yes. Dumbledore's
Sorry,
okay.
sorry, yeah, I ruined that for you guys.
No,
I'm sorry.
he doesn't.
They both said what? Like, cause like they like knew I ruined it for them.
Oh my god.
It was sad.
I'm playing Metroid Prime a lot lately, and
Oh, that's a good movie.
but I wish like if you guys have ever seen the commercial for Metroid Prime,
Yes. What about it?
Probably. I don't remember it though.
it looks so sick that it like I think that they could successfully make a Metroid movie because of it.
Oh yeah, that'd be very interesting. That'd be a cool movie.
Wouldn't it? It
yeah,
would just be
that'd
like,
a cool video game series.
it would
for a
literally
movie.
be like aliens but with more
They
awesomeness.
said they were gonna make that before. I know that's been rumored before.
Oh, you
It
know
has.
a movie I seen that's like kind of, like I saw there was a Dead Space like cartoon kind of movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard
Yeah.
they're really bad.
It's actually really gruesome. I was like, whoa. It like to see like a
I
cartoon.
know they made
like,
a second. I heard the second one was worse than the first one, and I heard the
Like,
first one was not very
This
good.
one guy goes crazy and grabs a plasma cutter and literally just like saws like one of like their teammates in half.
Nice.
Sounds like marriage.
It's like you seeing that in a cartoon is kind of like, oh yeah, it's like
Yeah, the Dead Space.
it's like
And
it's
there's
pretty
the
gruesome.
Dante's
I was like,
Inferno movie too.
Yeah, because you guys have both been married, right?
in
each
The
other.
Sims.
And the Sims. Oh my god, in the Sims, yeah, that was so funny.
Oh my god, that's actually true.
Yeah, is
That's
that the
actually-
Sims? All
Realize there's
You
a
gotta tell that.
we didn't
Tell that story. Come on, that's a really funny story.
right, so like I play the Sims a lot. Like I played the Sims ever since like the first Sims came out, and
massive vagina
Shitty ass. What, Abraham?
because Donnie has a massive vagina. He likes to play the.
I don't have. It's not just a chicks game, okay?
Yes, it is.
You have to be a man to use a computer.
I gotta make.
Oh,
But yeah,
I like
so like, so we had The Sims 2, and I made like my whole house. I had like a job and everything. So Trey's like, oh man, I want to play. So like he's playing for a while, and I come back, I look at it. So he's like married my guy, and then he's made him go crazy. Like he's like literally insane, and like
Yeah,
a therapist
like a
pops up.
therapist, Like, oh, that's so funny.
It like he can't control his own character. Like he'll just go
No.
crazy.
You didn't even mention the funniest part about this. You were completely surprised when this was happening, and I was there to witness it, and it was absolutely hilarious. He's
like,
like,
what?
What? What's? My guy's going insane. What? A therapist is. What's going on? Why am I married to Chase? It was so
They, like I
funny.
divorced him and I had his house and everything.
Oh, that's right.
And then when like it was when like Chase was finally done, it was like my turn. So I like married Chase and moved back into that house, and then I totally murdered us both. It was like I was so done. I was like,
And
yeah, there we go. Now everyone's dead.
Not playing The Sims.
It makes
Man.
me think of Chin Man.
What?
You've never heard of Chin Man?
No.
Okay, here's the basic story. There's a dude who's playing Sims, right? And he decides that he's going to make a bunch of characters, all based on his real life friends. Friends with
Knock in
friends
the
with a
middle.
musician. There's a girl who he's into, and he tries to accentuate his masculine features, which means he ends up with a gigantic ass chin, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and here's what happens. He tries to go after his in-game sweetheart, but she ain't having none of him. In fact, she starts to go out with his musician friend, which is what actually happens in real life. And, well, things start to go downhill from there. He keeps trying to chase her, and they're working out until he decides, fuck it. And he rigs up what's essentially a trap, a terrible old stove next to, like, wicker chairs and desks and shit.
Uh-huh.
And he invites the girl over. And then he books it, and the house lights on fire. And she dies. But then, the musician friend starts to go into a deep state of depression. The character won't get up, he just mopes around, lets his hair grow out, lets the beard grow out. And Chin Man, instead, pretty much takes over the friend's life. He joins the band, he becomes a drummer, he becomes successful, he gets a girlfriend. And the old musician friend has essentially turned into what Chin Man was.
Okay, what is this?
Does that happen in real life or is this
Yes,
just
this
like?
is something that actually happened to a dude playing Sims.
Wait.
Oh, he was just playing the game.
Yes.
Wait.
So-
What? Wait. What? What
Are you saying that my
This is just a story about a real person.
No, this is a person. I mentioned characters. Sims. Very nice.
Oh,
Look at
okay.
that,
So this
guys.
is somebody playing The Sims.
Yes, this is somebody playing The Sims. This is an actual
Get it?
dude who committed felt.
Well, you just
What?
mentioned Big Chin. I'm like, and then you start telling the story, and I'm
So-
like, what are you talking about?
you think that The Sims would make a good movie?
No.
No.
The Sims
It's
has
fucking horrible.
portray what might be a good movie plot, but it occurs to me there's something we didn't mention. One particular movie.
What?
The newer Alice in Wonderland live action one.
That's not based off a game.
Here's what
Yeah.
happened. It was
It's, Tim
originally-
Burton.
It was going to be a film adaptation of American McGee's Alice. Is how it
Yeah.
started out.
And then it stayed in development hell for a ton of years with Sarah Michelle Gellar was going to be the lead. And then, like, a year or two before the movie was released, it was announced that Tim Burton got in as a director. But then they got Disney as the producers. And then that sort of derailed. But yes, the point I was trying to make is it was essentially going to be a video game movie until Disney got involved.
Well, Disney's Disney.
Yeah.
It probably would have been worse.
I don't know. American Mickey's Alice is pretty neat source material.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything when it's a video game.
Has anybody seen the Tetris movie?
Oh yeah, building walls and shit.
Is it called The Wall?
What about
Yeah.
what about
If you've seen the Pink
Wizard?
Floyd movie, it's actually based off the video game.
Okay.
Yeah, did you know that Wayne's World is based off the video game?
Oh my god.
That game is awesome.
Dude, the PC one? Okay, I know that this is like, it's really obscure, but there's a Wayne's World point-and-click adventure game that like nobody has ever played.
Except
Isn't it really
you.
good?
It's like really good. It's that there's
Better
only
than
one
Beavis and
part.
Butthead?
Huh? Oh yeah, like the Beavis and Butthead point-and-click adventure game that like nobody's played. Everybody's like, oh, I download emulators and I play like the Super Nintendo. Is like, there's no good game. I feel like people don't know that there's so many good like movie games that are like PC games. I'm just saying. Like Wayne's World was like a point-and-click adventure game. The only problem is that there's a maze, and maze in adventure games are super really irritating.
Well, I take your word for it, but I've never heard of that.
Yeah. So.
But I don't think adventure games are really popular anyways, so it's kind of like you're already going for audience.
Wait, what'd you say about adventure games?
I said that adventure games are games.
That's pretty much untrue on every level.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you boot up Leash to Lair, and they're like, oh, are you ready for some vagina?
How do you not like adventure games? It's like half the games you play, basically. A visual novel is like a worse version of an adventure game.
Hey! Visual novels are a subgenre of adventure games. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
they're like a lower form of it. It's like a magazine to a book.
I disagree because almost every game isn't you have to, if they're all terrible because you have to hop on to the lead developer's bizarro logic train, and it becomes you rub everything against everything you find until something happens.
Visual novels. Games are you try to fuck women, that's it.
And how is that worse than taking off random objects and rubbing them against everything you find?
Because there's no puzzles. It's just like, oh, I have to tell this girl I like her boobs, or she's not gonna like me.
I refuse.
I play visual novels. I've played them. I'm just
There's
saying.
like 5
they're
podcasts where
average
have
adventure-
visual
They're
novels
basically
reference.
a choose your own adventure book.
The
I have
I love
Abraham.
Phoenix Wright.
as well.
Phoenix Wright is the same thing, but
but
they're
average,
different from adventure games.
average
They're
adventure
basically-
game was a
basically
shit fest. There's a reason the genre is essentially dead. Yes, there are gems out there. There's Grim Fandango. There's that one game that Donnie won't shut up about with the biker dude. But most are shit.
So are visual novels. 99% of them are.
Okay, I'll admit.
Visual novels is some of the worst art I've seen in any games.
What about Magic Orange Road?
Have you
That's
seen?
the best art I've ever seen.
Ah, then I'm sad for you.
I'm just saying. There's a lot of shitty ones out there too.
I'll concede that point. There are a lot of shit visual novels. Which reminds me, there's Vocaloid visual novels.
What
Throw that out there.
That's not surprising at all.
Nope. They're not very good either. I played
I
them.
wouldn't imagine.
So, yeah, that's some
So,
video game movies.
I guess the gist of it is there's not really any good video game movies except for the.
Okay, so here's.
I think the
here's what
Yakuza
I
one
think
is
can happen
good.
now.
You should look that one up, even if you haven't played the games. It's still a fun movie to watch.
I mean, it was kind of cool because it's like, oh, I play this game, I'll watch a movie.
Yeah, but you might enjoy it a little bit more if you just watch it without playing the game. You tend to nitpick more when you've played the game. And you're like, oh, well, this part isn't in. I like this part, or this character isn't done right.
Well, the one thing I want to say is that like it always seems they do it slightly better whenever they have a TV show or something like that's based off it. Like Sonic. I mean, well, Sonic was already good, but like the Super Mario show, like it was more like Mario, and then you have things like, I don't know, Xenosaga.
Oh, that show's
They make-
good.
So, they make a shit ton of anime based off visual novels and light novels now. That's pretty much what most of it is. New stuff is based on.
Yep.
And a really good
Yeah.
example of a great one is Steins Gate. I love that one.
Steingate's pretty good, but suffers from a poisonous fan base.
I guess so. If that's not gonna bother you if you just watch it,
And then for a bad example of an anime visual novel would be Fate Stay Night.
Oh yeah. Well, that's because you're trying to. The visual novels that are based off like the porno games aren't near.
Yeah.
They try to make them PG related.
Anime season
Doesn't translate well sometimes.
You kind of sounded like vintage video game geek when you said that. You're like, it doesn't translate well. If you ever heard his like show,
Yes.
it really sounds like him.
That was unintentional, but there you go.
Actually, Steins Gate is also a porno game.
Yeah, it is.
So it's funny
No.
you mention porno games adaptations.
You know it.
Yasuga no Sora.
You know that He-Man.
But Steins Gate doesn't need that in the story for it.
You could argue that Fate Stay Night doesn't either, or Demon Bane for that matter.
That's okay. That's different. Fate Stay Night, because that's like part of the story.
Yes, in a very weird way, sex kind of has to happen.
Yeah.
And I have to say that terrible CG dragon eating his arm doesn't quite cut it.
I don't even like Fate Stay Night.
Well,
I don't
Do you guys
even
know
wanna be-
that-
I don't even want to be talking about it anymore.
So you guys know He-Man, right?
Yes.
The Masters-
If you tell me there's a movie,
It's like
you better
no,
not.
it's
there
like.
is a movie.
Do you know that his his electric bill must be really like small
It's supposed to be a
because because he has the power.
joke. Did you just come up with that?
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
It was.
no, I need to go.
In fact, it's so bad, I have to clap a bit.
Thank you.
Sarcastic golf clap is the only way to describe that joke. Yeah.
Maybe if he was like inside whenever he turned into He-Man, he could like power Castle Grayskull. Just like get like a lightning rod and a generator, and there you go.
What was the one from the bad joke book? The one that was really funny.
What do you call a mummy in the North Pole? A cold mummy.
Yeah.
Or no, what kind of mummy lives in the North Pole? A cold.
A cold one.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I was like, the guy must have like.
Like that's an
tail
anti.
joke.
That book was worth the $1 it cost.
It did. It was worth $1.
Just for that, I would have paid $1 to hear that joke.
Yep.
Yeah. But
What are you guys talking about?
there was this joke book I bought at Fry's for $1,
Okay.
and it was like a Halloween, but it had like
Monster
the
joke.
monster joke book. But it had like the worst ever jokes in it, and one of the jokes was literally
They were like all pun jokes.
oh yeah, all of them.
Which is, of course, the lowest form of comedy.
Yep.
For
So
those-
if you live in Japan,
Yeah.
It was like the guy must have like a day to make up like all the jokes or something.
yeah, it's like some of them. I mean, it's just so bad.
I mean, they're all fucking retarded, but
But yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, now that we've done okay, what games would you guys want to see as movies?
League of Legends.
There cannot be a League of Legends movie.
How would you like to see that done, Chase? I wanna
you know,
hear this.
so what? Well, the lore's not that bad. Yeah, it could be like, yes. Okay, it's kind of.
on.
I like the video game. It should be made into a movie.
But what kind of movie?
Okay,
would
but
you want?
realistically, okay, a good game that can be made into a movie. Yeah, like Metroid would be awesome.
I think seriously, Metroid would literally be like Aliens, but it would be like a cross between like Aliens
like
and
it'd
RoboCop.
be cool like horror.
Huh? Well, yeah, it would. Or if like they could do it, something like, I don't know. It'd be like I would just want to see some of the monsters just like done like that. With the CG and stuff that they could do. And if I'm serious, if you guys have ever seen the Metroid Prime commercial, like if you see it, it looks amazing. Or like it's one of the Metroid Prime commercials where you're just like, whoa, that could be a movie. So I think that's really like able to do that.
Oh no, I don't know. Like, what other video games would be good for a movie?
One I think would be cool would be Lost Odyssey. If they could do that.
Oh, yeah. I think
But one that I surprised they haven't tried yet is Castlevania.
Oh, I
Crash
think
Bandicoot-
they were actually going to try that, I think, and then it got shelved.
See, that's surprising to me, especially when all those monster movies were coming out, like 2000s, like when Van Helsing was like popular. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
There's like a
Yeah, I
bunch of
remember that.
I don't know. It's like I think Castlevania would be pretty easy to transfer to like a movie.
I think it could be, because it's like pretty much the same story all the time. You just change a little bit of stuff every time.
Yeah,
Kill
you know,
Dracula.
you
You
don't
gotta do
even-
this.
You can make up new characters. All you need is a vampire and a vampire hunter.
Yep.
And one's a Malachard, and the other's named Belmont, respectively.
Yes,
Ah.
that'd be good. That'd be good enough for me.
Yeah, I
Hard to
agree with that.
It'd be impossible to argue that there wouldn't be a Castlevania thing when it's got a Belmont and Dracula in it.
Hey Abraham, you might want to move a little closer to your mic or something.
Is this better?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's better. You were coming in a little low.
I was on the other side of the room.
All right.
Wow, that's actually surprising that you could even hear you. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'll say that like
Abraham's got a pretty good mic. I can tell.
yeah. Actually, one thing I think is funny is how there's like we talked before, like I think episode 2 or 1 or 2, I don't remember, but we talked about the Final Fantasy movies.
Oh God.
How there was the Final Fantasy Spirits Within, and then we talked about the anime that was based off it, like the
Yeah, we did
OVA.
talk about that.
But one thing, I don't think we talked about it, but Advent Children. Oh no, yeah, we did. But I think it's funny that Advent Children was actually a pretty good video game movie. I mean, it's decent. All it was like if you had played Final Fantasy 7, it already expects you to know the story.
Yeah,
when you watch
it's
it.
basically like fanfic Final Fantasy VII movie.
Yeah, I love it. It was really
Which
good.
I have no problem with because it's pandering, and I can live with pandering when it's Final Fantasy VII.
And I can live when it's pandering to me.
Yeah.
That's the important part.
I mean, that's really all it is. I mean, that's the whole reason why there's a Sephiroth battle in there. Like,
yeah, that is
that's-
like so true.
Yeah, I mean, that's total pandering.
He's like
But
resurrected.
That's what I
like,
wanted from the movie. I wanted to see Sephiroth and Cloud fight each other.
Yeah, but I think if they did like a Zelda movie like that, like they could kind of figure out how to do it. Of course, I mean, eventually.
Because, like,
it
would be like, should Zelda talk or should he have dialogue? Because, like,
No,
of course
okay.
they're gonna have to give him dialogue, but they could not and try it that way. I don't.
Did you just say would Zelda talk, or would he not talk, or would he have dialogue?
We're talking about a movie here.
I know, but did you just say should Zelda talk or he not have dialogue?
Whatever, Link. Who gives a shit?
Oh, party foul, party foul.
Who cares?
Mm.
I don't care.
Well,
Zelda,
what's her name?
Link, whatever.
Link's event. I would. Okay, now.
Don't quit your day job.
Now, I love Zelda's. I haven't played Skyward.
I want anyways.
All right. Well, I haven't played Skyward Sword
No
yet.
one will ever know.
I haven't played Skyward Sword yet, but like if anybody knows me, knows I love Zelda,
I don't know.
and shut up. But I think that they're eventually gonna have to like start doing voice acting. The fact that they have like a game released in 2011, like Skyward Sword, and they still don't have voice acting for like any of the characters, that's like becoming like seriously noticeable.
Yeah.
Especially when I go from like another game like that has it, and then now I go back to playing Zelda, which is a first party game for a console,
Yep.
and all of it is just text.
Same with
Pikmin? What, Pikmin 3?
what? No, they don't talk in that either.
No, I'm saying, but no, now I'm saying like Pikmin wasn't on the Wii.
Oh,
I'm talking about how they have Zelda on the Wii now, but there's still no
okay,
voices.
okay.
And that's starting to become really noticeable for me.
What if it's like a sacred cow they're holding on to?
I don't
Which
like
I reckon
Zelda.
is actually the truth. They can, but it's like tradition at this point. It's bad tradition, but it's there. People expect a lack of voice acting.
I know, that's what I think. That's exactly, because Nintendo, especially right now, I think Nintendo's a little hesitant because they're they're going to release the Wii U, which is, we'll talk about that later or something, but just the Wii U. But
They
I feel like that they wanted that game to sell so much that they didn't put voice acting in it.
Well, yeah, look
You know?
at Metroid Other M.
yeah,
Shut up.
that's true.
When they gave a silent character
No.
dialogue.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So,
Oh.
if you think about it, a lot of the mainstay franchises of Nintendo are silent protagonists.
That's true.
Yep.
That's really true. Like Mario just says "Yippee!"
Yeah, he's got phrases. That's
It's
about
me,
it.
Mario.
It's me, a stereotype.
He's still pretty much the silent protagonist, though.
Yeah.
That's true. It's like, oh my god.
Ever-
Okay,
Half-Life.
I love Metroid. Of course, we've talked about that. How that's like Zelda and Metroid are my two favorite Nintendo franchises. But like, oh my god, when I bought Other M like way after it come out, because I didn't want to have that thing where it comes out and like this, I'm so hyped and I was like, oh, I'm gonna play it and be all excited like it's gonna be story. And I heard everything was bad about it, and I was like, oh well, I'm gonna wait and then I'm gonna play it. And when I bought it, it was like a few months after it come out, and it went way down in price. And let me tell you, I was literally cringing with the things that were said in that game.
I think we talked about this before, actually.
Yes.
Oh my
But-
god,
Haven't heard good things.
so bad. But yeah,
Whenever he speaks to me, my heart skips a beat. Or whatever.
no, it was like every time Adam would say this to me, it's like my heart would feel like it weighed 100 pounds or something like something like that. I was like, oh my god, seriously, you killed the Metroids single-handedly,
Yeah, girl.
girl. Yeah, that's how Adam was inside the game. Adam comes up to her and he's like, oh yeah, girl, you need to exterminate the Metroids, girl.
Metroid's such a sexy robot.
Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, I want them to give a voice to Link, and I also want to see a Legend of Zelda movie. So
I don't think they could pull that off.
You mean Lord of the Rings with gadgets? That's what it would be.
The boomerang.
I don't know. Remember when they gave Link a voice in that animated series and CDI game?
Oh. Wow.
Excuse me, princess.
I can't wait to bomb some of the dongos. I'm so hungry I could eat an Octorok.
I mean, they haven't really done well in the past, so I don't know.
Okay,
Not
look,
really-
that was so long ago though.
Come on. Maybe.
I'll have-
Well, they haven't done it. They haven't tried it again. So.
Yeah,
got
and I
this
mean,
guy emulator.
I know that.
yeah,
I know that.
a
it's
game based on Zelda since the one,
But I
Yeah.
do admit that Zelda kind of needs it if it's gonna evolve past what it is.
But it
Well, that's-
won't. Because Zelda fanboys will play the same game over and over and over again for 20
I'm
years.
aware I do that.
You see?
I think.
I don't know.
don't-
Gaming's still in its infancy compared to other mediums, so it's hard to say.
It is. But
Like how
Yeah.
long can they keep making Zelda?
Forever. Just like they keep making Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, I'm sure they said the same thing about Three Stooges movies too. We can make these forever. They'll always be funny. That- But the new movie was
yeah.
really good, right?
Mario Party.
There's a new movie.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Yeah.
No.
It's like
Was that
rated
good?
PG. I heard it was made for like infants, basically.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, I heard like that's how bad it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
My mom and sister went to see it. That should say a lot.
What did I think?
I just remember I remember that when I was in that same film class that you took, that director of cinema.
Yeah.
And you remember the professor from that class,
Yes, I do.
and he saw it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But
And what?
yeah.
I'm curious since he's essentially a film critic of sorts.
Yeah, he said it was pretty bad. It was pretty much just like child humor.
So yeah. Any other video game movies you guys want to see?
I have a lot of games, and none of them translate super well into movies. Maybe anime.
I had one that
Oh, you know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see a Full Throttle cartoon.
that could make a good movie though.
So could like Dave Tentacle. That'd be like super awesome.
Yeah, I could see, it was it could be like a super cheesy like B movie type thing.
Yeah.
Or they could make like a Grindhouse version. That'd be awesome.
Oh my god.
I
That'd be so cool.
could
It's
see
like
that. I could see them translating it into that, like the tentacles are just killing people.
Yeah. I could just see like any Tim Schafer thing because the stories are always so good. Like any like.
I don't know.
well,
I couldn't really see Psychonauts translating very well.
I could
Yeah,
see it
what'd be
being a
cool?
cartoon.
Yeah, I could
It'd
see
be like
it.
it'd
That's about
be
it.
cool like to be like a dark movie.
I
Yeah.
think the dude Psychonauts, it's too like the art style and just like it's so out there. I don't think it could translate into like live
Yeah.
action.
You can't have like an actor be
It
Brad.
just it just wouldn't work.
Uh,
It didn't. How's that one get around his name?
Unless it was all like CG
This guy,
or
like,
something.
Rasputin.
Terrible.
I gotta say that, like, I know we haven't really mentioned this before because we played through Psychonauts. Like, I think we've each played through it like once in the last like 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, like Chase played through it, and then
Meat
Abraham
Circus.
played some of it, and I played it. I just want to say that the graphics are pretty bad on that game now.
And
Like-
yet I have this feeling
Well,
if they remade it, it would look the same.
Mm,
Maybe like with an HD coat of paint, but it would be pretty much the same shapes, maybe smoothed out.
Well,
That's
yeah,
what-
that's pretty much what HD remakes are.
yeah, that's like, I wish that game had like an HD upgrade and would fix some of the bugs too, because there's a lot of bugs in that game.
It's funny how I got that game. It was kind of like my parents went to
That
the
is-
store and like asked the guy like, oh, my son plays video games. Like, what game should I get him? They got me that. And I was like, oh, this game's actually awesome.
That is a weird thing
I
for
was,
your parents
like,
to come back with.
Mad, crazy hype for that game before it was coming out. I followed that game. I was just on like G4 TV at the time. I was like, oh my god, Psychonauts looks like it's gonna be so amazing, and it met every expectation I had. I
That's fair.
enjoyed that game so much the first time playing it, except for the last stage.
I actually was not following
The
it.
part when you're like in the
But
Spanish
was it-
place part too.
No, Meat Circus is just brutal. I hate that part.
No, it was so funny because you had such a hard time with that, and I didn't remember having that hard of a time, and then Chase just like blew through it.
I
pretty
remember
much.
that being so hard. I couldn't do it. That's why
I couldn't do it the first time I play it. I just couldn't play it. The first time I beat it is like when I play it again.
So it's like the opposite of Super Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, that was so weird. I remember it being like pretty easy the first time I played. Then the second time I like couldn't do anything. The fucking melons or whatever.
The Yoshi. Yeah, we talked about that last podcast.
Oh, I eat a melon, now I can fly. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, we talked about, if anybody remembers the last episode of the podcast, we talked about chasing the like, he was playing Super Mario Sunshine again, like, last year, and, cause I have it, and, he's like, oh, let's play that, so, and then we all got our asses kicked, cause that game was, like, surprisingly harder than we remember it being, and Chase got stuck on this mission with the Yoshi for, like,
That's what I'm
Like an
doing,
hour.
before.
and he was like, oh man, I can't figure this out, and what he had to do was go over to this thing, eat a melon, and it changes the function of the Yoshi, and we didn't even know it. It was like super funny.
Yeah,
that was
I hate like the end. I hate the ending of that game. It's like too easy.
I'm ashamed to admit this about going back to Psychonauts. I didn't play when it first came out. In fact, when I just saw the box art, saw a couple ads, and thought this sounds stupid.
Oh, you asshole.
I know.
Did you know that it was made by Tim Schafer?
I didn't know anything. I just saw the art, and I was like, no. But then, several years ago, I was at GameStop, and I remembered this game that I saw on the shelf. I was like, this game sounds really familiar. Let's buy it. It's like $12, whatever.
Ugh.
And I got home, and I was like, this is the best game ever.
Yeah, the game is really fun.
And it was like,
I was really surprised. It's a really
Uh,
good. Everything's really good.
But the writing, the characters are great.
Psychic Bears.
It's just plagued with glitches, and the camera can be kind of bad sometimes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
the glitch where you're blue. If you open a menu.
No,
Oh,
it's Xbox
yeah.
360.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that's
there,
funny.
there are other like
Stage and
flipping
Psychonauts.
glitches and stuff like that.
What was your favorite stage in Psychonauts?
Oh
Take-
man,
Your favorite
I gotta try and remember them all.
The Godzilla one's kind of cool because it has like that little side
I
image.
hated that one.
It has a little
You
like
like
the Easter egg.
That was awesome.
I didn't like it. I didn't like how the controls were like really delayed.
No, the Milkman is of course the best one.
That's the best one.
Oh yeah, the milk.
Actually, I got stuck on a
That's a
Milkman,
good
so I was stuck running around,
That one is
2 hours,
fucking confusing.
and I gave
as
myself
shit.
vertigo.
I remember that. I remember you
Yeah,
were like, I
I
got stuck
totally-
on this one. So
I
and
totally
I
had
had
to
to
look up
complete
an
it.
FAQ on that.
That one is really hard to do. It's actually
Yeah.
a really hard stage. But of course, that's like probably the most famous one.
Yeah.
Favorite is the one where you go into the Mexican painter's head, and it's like all really like almost neon colored.
Yeah.
that one's hard. The
It's-
worst one's probably like the stage one.
I actually really like that one, if only because it was visually awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one,
Oh
but
yeah, the play one. I didn't like that one at all either.
Yeah.
oh, that was the worst one in
Yeah,
the
that's
whole
gotta be the
game.
worst
I didn't
one.
like that part.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck the play.
Yeah.
That was like I literally every time I play that, I get to that part, open up the FAQ, and then just do it.
Oh, also, you
Yeah.
know the
Like,
Waterloo one's kind of fun. That one's hard
That
though.
Yeah, that one's interesting. I forget. I remember you. I was watching you play that one a lot. Actually, I remember that was one of those days you were playing that, and I was watching you play that level.
The Waterloo one?
Yeah, the Napoleon one, where you're like inside that board game.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
You're like, it's like they're
Yeah,
in
that
this.
was cool.
Well, you're in the same song like the whole game.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, but it's like in a board game.
let's see, what other stages were there?
I like the first one, like the military one.
Yeah, how there's like I like the military one because if you come back to it like way later, there's a whole bunch of secrets in it that basically
gotcha.
spoil the game.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love like the little
Like the dude's emotional baggage, his little memories,
yeah, the little
Back-
slideshows. Those are
and
cool.
the foreshadowing is really, really obvious once you've seen it.
yeah.
Yeah, like it doesn't make like that's why it's so good is you play throughout the entire game and you're given all these hints and all this information, and it manages to not spoil the game. Yet
I don't know.
it's-
Powers in that game were just fun, especially when you get the laser.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I just thought those were fun. Doing like pyrokinesis, like just you could set shit on fire.
I like setting the bears on fire because
Yeah, that was fun. I don't know. Like that's
Those
just a-
bears are oh my god, the bears.
they're such assholes at first when you first find them and can't really fight back too well. God, they suck.
Yeah, that's I can't think of any other stages. There's like the cube stage.
That I don't
yeah.
like that one.
Yeah, I don't really
like
like
a, it's like a training one or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so was the military one, but
And
Yeah,
the
but
one
the military one's
inside the
kinda cool,
dancer's
though.
head. There's like the nightclub one where you first approach.
oh, that one.
Ball.
I didn't like that one either.
Which
I think about it, a lot of these stages kind of suck. But it's still a good game.
Yeah, it's still really good. So
I just didn't like Meat Circus because it was hard.
Fuck, it's just that was not the.
It was like
Greatest.
that part where you had to try to save that kid, and I'm just like, oh my god.
I enjoyed Meat Circus.
I don't know. I don't remember
Sounds like
Yeah,
what.
you're saving the what's his name?
I don't remember what was so hard about it back then, but I just got so frustrated.
Because you have to like it's like isn't that like you have to like keep the little kid safe, right?
Yeah, I don't remember what exactly it
It's
is.
an escort mission. Like those are never good.
should remember
I like how
being
that
really
like
difficult, though.
I like how the level name sounds like a porno.
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
it
yes,
does.
it does.
Meat circus.
You went there.
Wow. 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 Yes, it totally does.
So yeah.
That would be a good card. It has to be like that'd be an anime.
no,
No,
no.
that would be like a cartoon.
That
Yeah,
could
it'd be like
a cartoon, a western.
a dark tune.
They could be like they get Jaleel White
As
to
long as
voice
they
him.
didn't do it in like CG 3D style like the game is, if they did it like, remember when they had those like I don't know if they were like cutscenes or something, but they were like flat like that in the game.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah,
If they did it in like that style, it'd be cool.
but with
I want
color.
to play that game again now.
It'd be like it would that mean it would look like My Life as a Teenage Robot.
Yeah, I'd rather have that than try to like emulate how the game is.
Yeah.
How was that show about?
'Cause then we'd probably get like Ugly Martians or something.
Oh god.
Gotta bring that up every time I think of bad CG.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
At the time, I just remember at the time I thought that looked so good. It has not aged well at all.
Jimmy Neutron.
Oh god, that
Jimmy
looks.
Neutron
good.
has aged better than Ugly Martians. I'll
Ugly
tell you.
Martians is like seriously like Windows 94.
I know, but it's still not good.
I think the Mario from Mario 64 is a better 3D model than Ugly Martians.
Me. It's a me. Yes. Who cares?
Aaron did that joke.
Yeah, I did. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Yes.
want to talk about other games we want to make into movies. We've kind of run.
I would like to talk about Lollipop Chainsaw since that
Okay.
just came out.
Yeah, go for it.
Sure.
Okay, here. Let's just talk about any game. Just at the very end, let's just talk about any games that if you guys want to.
I want to see Shadows of the Damned be a grindhouse flick.
Oh, okay.
That would work really well, actually. That would transition into like a grindhouse movie. Like it pretty much is a grindhouse movie.
Yes. But then who would play?
Like that.
What the fuck was his name again?
Garcia Hotspur.
Yeah. There we go. Who would play Garcia?
Johnny.
Garcia Hotspur.
No, we're not getting Johnny to play Garcia.
Antonio Banderas, like 20 years ago.
No, that could have probably worked if we fed him like cigarettes and raid for a week to get his voice all scratchy. Then yeah, that would probably work.
That's probably the only anybody I can think of. There's no one else really like him right now.
Yes,
If we're not Latin America.
That dude.
I'm thinking John
outside
Stamos.
with his gravelly voice.
John Stamos.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking John Stamos would be perfect.
That's probably what he sounds like right now.
You
He's
know-
like,
That would
Give me a
probably
career.
work, actually.
John Stamos, and then the skull guy can be Bob Saget.
no, it could be the guy from the Ricky Gervais show.
Who?
Ricky Gervais.
You know, no, the other guy, the guy who plays
Carl-
Wheatley in Portal.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I could see Steve Merchant. That'd be pretty
How
good.
about a Portal movie?
Oh, well, you can watch the short film on Portal. It's really good, actually.
Yeah, I've seen that actually.
Yeah, I like that.
Survival
What about Half-Life? We're talking Valve.
You have to probably.
Well, they got to release episode 3.
Yes. Don't give Valve any more goddamn ideas. I want to see episode motherfucking 3.
Yeah. When Duke Nukem. Oh wait,
Shut up.
I can't.
They're supposed to be.
Get on your shit and make Half-Life.
Get on your shit and make a good Duke Nukem game.
Make Team Fortress.
Yeah, they're too busy making Dota.
Ugh, I know.
Dota 2.
Fuck you, Gaben. Fuck you.
So talk about Lollipop Chainsaw.
Okay.
Well, I just want to say that I enjoyed it, and I think it's a good game. One of the major complaints with it, though, is the length of the game, but it's like the same argument when Vanquish came out, I feel.
Oh, did you already beat it?
Oh, yeah, I beat it the day I got it.
Wow.
But
I
I
consider that a good
have,
thing.
no,
Not a lot of
I have
people do.
no problem with that at all, because I enjoyed every minute of it.
Was it full
And
detail
I'm
price?
still playing it right now. I'm replaying levels. I'm trying to unlock everything.
How much was that game?
Oh, it's a full price game.
Oh. Okay.
Well, that's probably why people have the problem with it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
There's like
That kind of
always
makes
a
sense.
huge. Okay, there's a huge debate about that, and there's so many factors to talk about that I don't really want to get into it. You know, about like length versus price on video games and even other media. It's like
I don't know. I just think that like I'm kind of on the opposite spectrum of a lot of people.
and it takes a lot more money to make a game than to write produce a book.
I know, but like a lot of people nowadays are saying like, oh well, it doesn't matter because I like short games. You know, like they're like, oh well, I want a whole bunch of short games that won't take me 100 million hours. I feel like I'm on the opposite spectrum of that. I like, like I bought Star Ocean and stuff like that, and even Duke Nukem, it took me quite a while, and Alice is a really long game. Like, I buy a lot of long games, so I think I'm kind of on the opposite spectrum of, like, I don't like short bursts of games. I mean, it's okay if a game has one or two lulls for me.
I think just me and Cody have like, I probably have like
Here's
ADD
my
or something. I can't play the same game for too long. That's why I
think
can't
I know
play
you
RPGs.
can't.
Here's my thing.
Probably
is,
love Gungrave, don't you?
What?
Gungrave takes 2 hours to beat.
Yeah, that's
Exactly
true.
2 hours to beat.
Yeah, well, my thing is
But
it's like
the Devil May Cry thing. Way
Nah,
too much ass to get the highest scores you possibly can. And somehow they got an anime made out of it. What the fuck?
So we're saying Captain Goyle?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's like people like are kind of just like, oh, I'm paying 40 or how much, like $50. I like want a lot out of my game, or it's like some people don't enjoy that. People like don't want to play the same game for that long, and they're
Well,
just like,
that's
this is a fun
why
game.
You can rent games.
Oh. But you can't. Sometimes you can't rent a game because it takes too long to beat it.
Well,
See, it's like
you might consider buying it.
Well, that's why you would buy it if you actually like the game. If you didn't like it, then you wouldn't invest the money into it. If you like it, then you're going to invest the money into it.
Yes.
Otherwise, you don't really like it that much.
Bastion. Yes, that's right. I paid for a game, bitches. I bought Bastion.
damn.
I know it's weird, right? I paid for a game, but actually I mostly paid because I want the soundtrack. And
I just
finding
like
it was a bit.
games I'll actually finish. Because I leave more games like half done, but I feel more satisfied playing like and beating all the way through Lollipop Chainsaw. At least I feel like I
See,
played
that's the thing
whole-
with me
I
is
played the whole thing. I'd rather
See,
get that experience than just play it halfway through and not never know the ending or anything.
See, that's the thing with me is I usually I only have a few PS3 games, but I've beaten the only one I have not beaten at this moment is Star Ocean 4. That's it.
Oh, that's
All the other ones I've had a certain amount of games for 6 months, and I just play it until I beat it. And it, I mean, even Duke Nukem Forever, it took me quite a while to beat that game, and I just I didn't even stop playing it until I beat it. It took me hours and hours and hours to beat it, but
I have 4 games I haven't beaten yet. They haunt me.
this thing is, I won't even buy another game usually until I know I'm either I'm really low on games to play or I've beaten all of them.
I guess a lot of the games I play anyway don't even have endings.
Yeah, you play like League.
I've had like Street Fighter, like fighting games.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, yeah, you can beat that.
There's no ending to those. It's just pointless horseshit,
Lucky.
and you're gonna just kill yourself when you're done.
Well, there's story elements in some of them, and you can beat arcade mode. The credits come up. So,
True, they do.
Oh, it's
There
like
you
saying
go.
Minecraft has an ending.
It does.
It's like when you beat a game, do you really feel a sense of accomplishment?
Yes.
Fuck you, Donnie.
It's like
you.
our video game is meant to be beat.
Yes,
That's a rhetorical question.
that's like saying
No,
our
no,
TV
yeah.
meant to be red. Is TV
That's like saying is a movie meant to end.
No, it's always supposed to go on forever.
All right.
How do you
Never
explain
ending
the end of the
story?
village?
So the last thing I want to tack on at the end, for my 2 cents, is I saw Prometheus
Oh,
over the weekend. Yeah, and
Alien report.
well, no, it's obviously supposed to be linked up with the aliens, but the director said like it's gonna allude to it a lot, but it's not really going to be an aliens prequel, which is just goddamn confusing. And so it has like a ton of references to Alien 1, Alien,
Yeah.
and it's good, but there's like a lot of kind of, I feel like there's a little bit of plot holes in it to an extent, and
Would you pay $12 to go see it?
I would not pay $12 to
Alright, that's
see
all I need
it.
to see. That's all I need to know.
It's like
Is it like a pirate in it, and maybe you'll enjoy it?
yeah, I would say that like, but if you are really up on the aliens, like if you like aliens a lot and you're expecting, because Ridley Scott is director of Alien, and he's making Prometheus supposed to be like an aliens prequel. I came out of it a little bit disappointed because of that, but I didn't really have high hopes for it, but I still came out kind of disappointed.
Well, I saw it too, and I don't really have an attachment to the Alien movies, really. I
Hmm.
mean, I've seen them, I like them, but I'm not like into the fan base really a lot. So I saw this movie and I didn't really not like it, didn't really like it.
Exactly,
like-
right? It's in that weird
Like it was
territory.
it was kind of enjoyable. I mean, it kept my attention. It's kind of interesting. There was some pretty cool deaths, but that's about it. I'm probably not going to see it again. But it was worth seeing the one time.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
That's how I feel about it.
Plus the puppets, like the costumes and stuff, like they're really good. They didn't use like CG really that much.
Even for the big dudes,
what you mean for the big?
you guys seem pretty CG, or were those animatronic too?
No, those are like costumes and stuff. So yeah, even those costumes of the engineers and stuff, they apparently it was like a guy in a suit, and then they tried not to do a lot of green screen or anything like that, and it's really cool. So
Yeah, I thought I don't know, they did a pretty good job then on like the actual guys, because
on the
I thought-
effects
I
and
thought-
stuff,
I thought they're like the big white dudes.
yeah, the
bald.
engineers,
Those guys looked pretty real. I thought that was CG.
yeah. So I think
Isn't
that
some of it's got to be CG though.
well, yeah, some of it
like
has
at
to be
like
CG.
at the beginning, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. That obviously they could have actually filmed that. So, but yeah, like
But
a
still,
lot
the other parts of it are costumes.
yeah, most of it they tried to do with animatronics and like puppets and all that kind of stuff. So I thought that was really cool,
That is cool. That's respectable.
isn't it? So,
So
but I would say that I just it's okay. The movie's okay.
yeah,
Like definitely wasn't.
I'd rather just go watch Aliens.
I would too. Like I'd rather watch like aliens films. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my 2 cents at the end. So, what you got anything to talk about, Chase?
Yeah, it's pretty much I've said this already. It's like video game movies aren't really the best place to go.
Chase, I have a subject. What do you
What?
think of the new League of Legends skin, the Ezreal skin?
It's
Are you buying that?
I'm conflicted.
Is it
I already-
like $30?
What?
I think I saw it was like $30. Like it was like a lot of riot points. Like it's 3,000 riot points or something.
What the fuck? But I already own the Explorer Israel.
Is that how it works? I don't know.
No.
Well, it's like I only like owning 2 costumes for the same character, and it's like you're kind of about to
Oh.
play.
If you like exclusively play Azrael, because if you don't, you know,
You play
Nope. If you play exclusively as one character in League, then you shouldn't be playing League.
yeah.
playing who?
Israel. Whatever
He's
his name
asking if you exclusively play Ezreal, which I know you don't.
Because if you
I play
don't, you
Aiden
probably
Fair, yeah.
couldn't get more than one costume for one dude.
Yeah, exactly. I know people have like almost all the skins for a certain character, but that's a character
I
play
do.
now.
I'm one of those people. I have all the Wukong skins because Wukong's awesome.
I have all the Dr. Sanders skins in Magic Orange Road.
Yeah, but yeah, that's about it. I might buy the skin. Mega Man.
There you go.
Mega Man.
The
So
skin's based off Mega Man.
yeah, and Mr. Ham, what do you want to add?
I'm
Anything
excited
else?
to see Assassin's Creed 3 finally end and the new game. Now, this is worth mentioning because I never buy Assassin's Creed games, but James and I have this funny little unspoken agreement. He buys all the Assassin's Creed games every year, and a bunch of other shit I'm just not willing to pay for, and I pretty much buy every RPG that comes on the market.
Okay.
And I
That's cool.
really, really want to play Assassin's Creed 3.
Oh, well,
That's the first one I've actually wanted to play since number 1.
you know,
Number 2 was pretty good.
I got bored number 1, so I didn't really want to play any after that.
Believe it,
Assassin's Creed 2, that's too much.
It's so much better than number 1.
I'm more looking forward to Bioshock Infinite.
Oh yeah, that should be cool.
That game looks really cool.
A game that has been talked about a little bit that I'm looking forward to is Duke Nukem Begins. I know that Duke Nukem Forever was kind of a disappointment for everyone, really,
Yes.
no matter what. And even though I did enjoy it, there was a lot wrong with it. But if Duke Nukem Begins comes out, then I'll be so happy. So that's okay. That's why I'm done. Anybody else want to add one more thing before we stop?
I just want to say, Lollipop Chainsaw, the fact that they kept all the anime-inspired costumes in is amazing, and I love them all.
They are pretty cool.
Especially the Quora Zombie Deska one. It's the best one.
Yeah.
That's all I want to say. If anybody
All right.
knows that reference.
Well, I'm Chase the Base.
I am Dr. Sanders,
Captain Goyle.
I'm Mr. Broken Ass.
and this was SlimeWire. You're off the wire.
Episode 5. We're out.
Bye. Out. Bye.
I like video games.